up, I guess. But yeah, I might switch
That's
to female.
good. That's good. Well, I don't have a segment for today,
Mhm.
so we can do a little small therapy session. You
Okay, okay,
know what
okay.
I'm saying, for the VOD, so we go up on YouTube.
Who's the therapist?
We could take
You or me?
turns. We could take turns.
Okay, okay.
We, would you want you to be the therapist first? Would that help you get more
Uh,
acquainted? You can ask me the
sure.
questions.
I mean,
Okay, go ahead.
okay,
You
okay.
seem like you would be a good therapist if
I
you
actually
were one.
wanted to be a therapist at one point.
Really?
Yeah, but I got discouraged from it.
I would get discouraged too after the first suicidal person walked up in there.
Literally, bro. Like, oh
What,
damn, I
expect
really
me to
don't know what
save
to
their
say.
life
I really don't know what to
after
say,
they
bro.
after they tell you everything that's happened?
That's what I'm
I'd
saying.
be like, I don't know,
Just like,
buddy.
damn,
I don't know, pal.
might be cooked.
Yeah, literally.
Okay. Let's talk about like general stuff. Mm, are you happy where you are in life right now?
No.
Why? Like,
I have like really high expectations for everything,
hmm
like in my life personally. So things could like a person could look at me and like everything I have going on and be like, "That is great. I would rather be in your shoes." But to me, it's just like nothing. Like,
at all? Because there's different aspects to it. There's financially, socially,
I mean,
physically,
shit, man.
mentally.
Right now, all of them is out. Well, nah, I'm actually in great physical shape. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But shit, everything else is fucked up. I mean, like my mental health, shit. I don't know how to describe it. My mental, like my brain is super hazy. That's probably
Mm,
because I smoke a lot of weed though.
that's probably why.
But
But
even when I be sober, my brain is rather hazy. But just like that's just my natural like.
hazy, as in like you're just there.
Yeah, a lot of the time I'm just there. Like I get things done at a very efficient pace now, but it don't ever feel like anything. Like it just be like I got it done.
So you're living life on autopilot, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Cause it's like I don't know what happened, but my dopamine receptors are cooked, like
Mm,
to the point where now, and I don't even really partake in a lot of what like you know would mess that up. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? I'm not super sexually active. I don't drink a lot.
Yeah.
I do smoke a lot,
Okay.
but once a day, like, would you consider that smoking a lot?
Not really, because I mean,
I'm
there's people
saying.
that smoke like 3, 4 times a
And you have
day.
to think
So.
if there's nothing else to do.
Hmm.
Alright, so shit, I don't know. Like right, like I'm waiting to move. You know what I'm saying?
I
I
feel like a
can't
new
move right
environment would
now.
definitely be
Yeah,
better.
no, a new environment would do a lot for me, but
Yeah.
it's just that's like some months from now.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Just
there's
waiting it
that.
out for real.
Yeah, going through the motions. I don't really have no love life right now,
Mhm.
as far as because you know I just prefer to be single at the moment.
Understandable.
Like right now, I don't know what it is with me and girls right now, but I can't. Like I have no energy for girls right now. Like I
But
don't
that's
have
because you have
any.
no energy in general,
Oh, that might be a good point. I might be
though.
low on energy. You're right.
You're living life on autopilot. I feel like I don't know maybe if something happened for you to get into that mode or for you to get comfortable in that mode, but there's always a way to get out of that. Like you have to start taking control of your life again.
I mean, I also do. I don't. I mean, that's another thing. It's like, it's not like I am like stuck as far as like knowing what to do next.
Yeah.
This, that, and the third. It's just I just am stuck. It's really like here, like for me,
hmm
like being here is very like it feels so delayed to me. Like
Was it you that said you don't like doing things alone? Like I was like, oh yeah, I want to go see Sinners by myself. And you
I
guys
mean,
were
I
like,
might have said something like that. I don't like doing things alone very much, to be
why though?
honest, because I'm always alone. I'm
Mm,
alone a lot more than regular people are. Even though, and that's another thing about like, even though I have presence on the internet, like I'm in like genuinely alone a lot more than the regular person. Like I'm a like very isolated person.
mm,
So you know, and I don't a lot of new people. I don't hang out with a lot of new people. I got really bad trust issues with people. It's a lot.
Just with people in general, or like, is it like romantic mainly?
Both.
Mm.
Right now, it's probably mainly romantic. Like right now, that's why I couldn't date a girl because I just would never trust her. I just would. I wouldn't. I can't even get into it. Really.
Now I'm deep in that because last time I was here, you were saying something like, "Oh yeah, like if my girl told me that she was going somewhere, like I'll just be stressing the entire time."
Oh no, I didn't say that because I wouldn't be stressing. I would either not care, and if I thought that she was doing something, I would just be like, it's out of my hands now.
Really?
Yeah. What else can I do? I mean, and that's the thing is just I don't know when my perception of women got so cooked because I've seen a lot.
How many relationships have you been in?
Only like serious relationships.
Serious relationships, but then again, how many situationships have you been in?
Situationships, a few, maybe about 8 or 9, but
Okay.
A date like a person that I was boyfriend and girlfriend with,
Yeah.
you could argue 0, but it really 1, but you could argue 0. I've never really felt like I've never had like a genuine long term relationship. Like I just like I have for 3 or 4 months, and then we'll be off, and then we'll be back on for 3 or 4 months, and then we'll be like in a weird situation, like, and that don't really count. But like just straight up with boyfriend or girlfriend, never any longer than like 6 months.
I don't think the love of your life is in the DMV though.
I don't think so either.
Really
I don't think so either. I don't think so either.
It's a hard pill to swallow, but
I don't think so either. Most people's probably isn't, but
yeah.
especially not me. It's because my mindset is so that's what it is. Also, like I feel like because I've actually been advancing my internal self, like my habits are better.
Yeah.
My health is better.
That's good.
My like everything that I practice, like generally, I am in better shape as a human being now than I was when I probably was liking life more.
Right.
A few months ago or whatever. But that like evolving like internally, when it doesn't reflect externally, it makes you resent where you are because it's like imagine if you feel like you're, I don't know, a bunny, and I throw you in the ocean, you're gonna be like, this is fucking terrible.
Like,
get me out of here. You're gonna feel awful all the time.
Yeah.
When in reality, if you were in the forest, you would flourish. So that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. And it's like, for me to really thrive here in the ocean, I would have to like pretend to be a fish for a while. And pretending to be a fish sucks. I pretended to be a fish for a while, and I was actually really good at pretending to be a fish. But I don't want to pretend to be a fish no more. But it's like, until I leave, I might as well continue to pretend to be a fish because being a bunny is never going to work out here. And that's what I think I was realizing when I was like doing my streaming thing. It was like, when we would go out and do the activities, I was like, what is missing? Like something was just missing. And I said, this is just not going to work here. It's just not going to work here.
Do you feel like it was because of the people, or was it just the environment?
It's the environment. It has nothing to do. I mean, the people. I chose good people. They had nothing to really do with the people. It's the environment for sure.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, out of town, everyone there would have had a better time, and the experience in general would have been better. It's a much different, like, feel. I guess just different.
Were there people who didn't enjoy it? The experience.
Everybody had a good time.
Okay,
but
that's good.
But I mean, how many people that were there haven't really seen the other side? Like they haven't really seen anything back like grand. Like, I mean, from your perspective, like on the going out having fun scale, how would you rank the outings you went to? And then I'll say like 1 through 10, and then I'll give my rate.
I would say like an 8 or 9, honestly.
That's great.
Yeah.
I would give it a 4.
Oh.
I'm saying. So to me, you can see how I like am not really phased, cause like, or why I'm a little bit bothered, cause it's like I don't know. I'm running out of like I basically maxed out my badges here. Like it's
all your badges, bro.
maxed out all my badges. I'm saying. It's a bit stressful. I'll be honest. But y'all keep me going though. You and all the other girls,
That's
y'all
good.
y'all always show up. I will say that y'all
Yeah.
are always being super supportive. You
course.
know what I'm saying? Committed and things like that. I really appreciate that. So I'll never really look over that. But
Yeah. No, the bunny analogy was really good though. Like I'm really deep in that. And you-
because I am a bunny. I'm just a bunny, but I'm in the fucking Alaskan winter. Like this is ridiculous. I mean, I feel like I'm in the goddamn desert.
Yeah, bro.
Like this is crazy.
Yeah, it gets tough for sure.
Super. Because I mean, you know, and that makes perfect sense. It's like you ever seen Hunger Games?
A few clips.
You've never seen the movies though, and you say that I need to watch more movies.
So you don't watch movies, but you've seen Hunger Games.
I've seen every Hunger Games.
Yeah, I
That's
haven't
so
seen it.
obvious. Who hasn't seen the Hunger Games?
I mean, I watched
You were
like
born in like 2006. You should have seen the Hunger
closest
Games
thing
a
to
few
Hunger
times.
Games that I watched was like the Minecraft role plays.
What the fuck? That's not the Hunger Games.
Wait.
You never
Yeah, with the walls? With the walls?
Everdeen.
Oh no, that's Maze Runner.
But you've seen Hunger Games though. Katniss Everdeen with the bow and arrow, catching fire.
The Coming to the Tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
No, you need to rewatch all of them today. You need to rewatch them.
How many are there?
There's 4. But 3 of them are really good.
Okay.
So you need to watch all. You need to watch all
I
of them.
think I read like a book.
The
in,
book
like,
is good too.
I think I read like a book in middle school. It was
No,
like
you need
an
to
orange,
watch
an
the
orange Hunger Games book.
You need to watch it, and that was the best one, Catching Fire.
Oh, really?
But yeah, Catching Fire is the best one.
Okay.
But no, you need to watch Hunger Games. That's ridiculous. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
there's a lot of things I haven't really watched. Even though I love cinema, but I haven't watched Hunger Games. I haven't watched what's that show called? I mean, what's that movie called? I haven't really watched Harry Potter.
Oh, I didn't really fuck with Harry Potter either.
And what's the other dude?
He's fucking lame. I seen the first one was really good though, but the rest of
I
them
watched the
was
first
like,
one. Yeah,
whatever.
the first one was cool, but I haven't really watched
And I read the book.
anything else. You read the book too? Yeah, I never read
Mhm.
any of the books. I was more of like Big Nate, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Door Diaries type.
I don't know if I've seen.
You don't know Big Nate?
Nah.
You never read that? Like you never seen like the book, and it's like a light skinned kid with like spiky hair.
I had an iPad when I was like 7, so
Bruh.
I was probably watching Minecraft instead of reading, to be honest.
I watched a lot of Minecraft roleplay videos.
Yeah. Hella Minecraft.
Hella Minecraft. I was a Roblox kid too.
Mm-hmm.
That was like when Tix was a thing instead of Robux. Yeah.
Nah, that's good. That's
Do you
good.
feel like you dissociate at all?
All the time. Too much actually.
Mm.
I know I catch myself recently. People will say things to me and I'll be like, what the fuck did they just say? But I don't want to ask them, what did you just say? Because then it's like I'm obviously not listening.
Right.
But I don't know what they just said. And I usually just be having to assume what they said is what they said.
Yeah. I feel like I'd be dissociating too. It used to be worse though. Like, I would go somewhere and have a hangout, and then as soon as I leave that hangout, like, it's like it never happened. But that's because I wasn't
see
truly in the moment of that hangout.
Yeah.
Like, it would feel like it was just.
That'll happen sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially when you're orchestrating everything.
Yeah.
That'll happen a lot.
But the thing is, though, I remember you saying that you were having fun.
I was having fun. But it was like, I'm having fun on some, like, if you go to your family cookout and have fun.
Okay.
You're not expecting to really have fun.
Mm.
Nah, not even that. Because you have fun at the family cookout. But, like,
Yeah.
more like your nephew's birthday party.
Mm.
You have fun. But
But it's not like.
I'm not expecting to have a fucking ball. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So it was just that, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, damn, out of town is just always gonna be better, unfortunately. I tried to make like here out of town for like a couple of days and it was just like it's just not gonna work
Honestly, the area we live in is really not much here for us anyway.
at all.
So, like when I'm in New York, I be having a ball, bro. New York is so fun because there's always something to do. There's always places to go.
Mm.
So yeah. But do you feel like you're easily irritable?
Mm-mm. Maybe now, like right now, not you, obviously, but
Mhm.
like in like the recent time period, I
Mhm.
am easily irritable. But in general, no, I'm not easy. I'm actually very hard to irritate. But recently,
Because I was just remembering the Top Golf lady.
oh
What was
nah,
that?
see, but that's what I'm saying though. That was actually the peak of my like irritableness. Like that, like
Mm.
she caught me on a bad week.
Mm.
That was a bad week. Like no, I was ready to spaz. I
That
ain't
makes
gonna lie,
sense.
but I don't. It's just because I have so much pent up like energy,
Mhm.
thought. Cause like, and I don't mean to get inappropriate here,
Very good.
but as a man,
Mhm.
when you're, you know what I'm saying, very focused, and you're not really engaging in sexual activity,
Right.
you will, you know, your testosterone will rise, and you might get a little aggressive.
Okay.
Then if you combine that with daily smoking, perhaps you didn't smoke that day, you will become irritable.
Mm.
That's just fact. That's just factual. Like you will become irritable because you didn't smoke. Like it takes a few days for that to wear off. Like that. Like you not being.
It's so funny because like when you say you're irritated, I can't tell.
Nah,
Like
but
at the
I never.
Top Golf
Yeah,
joint, like I couldn't tell
but
that
that's
you were
because I'm very good
irritated.
at hiding my, you know, emotions.
But if you
So
don't hide it, will it actually show? Like, will it
probably
show?
not. If I don't like I'm not used to exerting my emotion. Like I don't yell at people.
Oh
I've never
yeah,
yelled
no.
at nobody. I don't
Mhm.
yell at people. I don't
Yeah.
scream. I don't do. I can be violent. Like if I were like for some reason felt that way, but that's like physical. Like, but I'm not like a screamer. I'm not a yeller. I don't do things to people. Like I like. Most people go like something happens to them and they deliver something back just as hard, twice as hard. Some around that.
Yeah.
I let things stack up for quite a while
Yeah.
because if I return the favor, it's going to be a devastating blow. You're not going to recover. So I
Right.
just,
Because
eh,
whenever I think of like someone pissing you off, I feel like your reaction would just be like you would just be like, bro, what?
it do most of the time. It's like to really, cause I'm saying it's like to really piss me off, like you would really have to piss me off, like, and it would just be like at that point you deserve it. Like I don't want, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I don't ever want to be like a person who can't control their emotions.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to be perceived as like a aggressive person.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to be aggressive. You know what I'm saying? But shit is.
That's crazy. I feel like I'm not easily irritable either. Well, you said you are as of right now, but I feel like I'm not that easily irritable. I feel like it takes a lot to get me like angry. I can't remember the last time I was like literally so angry at somebody. I really can't. And even if I was, I'll still keep it respectful. I don't think I would ever get violent with somebody.
And you
either.
shouldn't really, especially
Yeah.
not as a woman. There's no point to take it that
Yeah,
far.
I don't believe in like throwing hands and stuff. It's just like,
Yeah.
does that really serve anybody at the end of the day? Like,
No,
okay, we
especially
fought
not
now.
as an adult.
Yeah, bro. But I
Yeah.
do feel like all of my emotions are expressed through my face.
Mm.
So even if I am annoyed with somebody, it's gonna show on my face. Like it's gonna
That's
show.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, ward people up.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know. I just it's weird. I'm a weird person. Like Gabby and Maya were here,
Mhm.
and Maya was like, I asked them why they thought I was so socially awkward, or why they thought that
They thought you were socially awkward.
everyone thinks I'm socially awkward,
I don't
and
think
I
you're
am
socially
socially awkward sometimes. I could easily not be, but
Yeah.
that would be me not being myself though.
Mhm.
Because I really am not. I'm not much of a talker.
Mhm.
I don't really give a fuck.
Right.
And I just don't. I don't really give much of anything naturally.
Yeah.
So when I am giving, it's not really real. To be honest,
Yeah.
like you know what I'm saying. Like it do be real sometimes. Like if I'm like I have a lot of personality,
Mhm.
but it's very circumstantial. Like I have to be under the influence. I got to be around people that I'm comfortable with. And
Yeah.
like I said, I'm not comfortable really with nobody. I'm not even comfortable with a lot of my family. Most of it, to be honest.
Are you comfortable with yourself?
Yeah.
Mm.
Like there's things about myself that I always try to improve, but by myself I'm super comfortable, like and with, a few people. But in general, it's just like I'm just too like sharp and too like bold. Like you know what I'm saying? It's hard to
Yeah.
explain.
Yeah,
uh,
honestly though, my first impression of you was never socially awkward. It was more so like very calm, in tune with your emotions. Just chill, like you
I'm
didn't give
glad that that's
awkward.
the
Yeah.
that's the. I mean, obviously, if I was genuinely very awkward, then most people wouldn't agree to hang out with me. But
True.
I can be very like to myself and overly
Yeah.
focused sometimes. Like, but it's. I mean, you got to be that way sometimes. To avoid like nonsense going
Yeah.
on.
And that's okay.
The only downside about it though is that people get so surprised by like my more like stronger character traits, like more like pronounced character
Mhm.
traits. Like they seem a lot crazier because most of my other character traits are quiet. So when you hear that I do something like for example, like people will be like you smoke and they be so surprised
Really?
because I'm very like I don't really seem like a heavy.
Because you don't. But for me, I'll be surprised because you don't ever smell like weed. You don't smell like weed, and it's never like visibly obvious that you're high. But I also feel like because your persona is already so calm, like if you're high,
Yeah,
it's not gonna
that
make a difference. So
yeah. Is that anytime anyone hears about my like relations with women, they be like, "What the fuck?" Like Gabby and Maya forced me to answer what my body count was, and they were both like thrown completely off. But it's just like I don't know what to tell
what's your
you.
body count?
It's like in the twenties.
Really?
I don't know, and then to me that's not even
Wow.
that high. Like
Really? On Love
that's high
Island?
to you.
Well,
It's higher than you thought it would be. Like,
it's higher than I thought it would be.
but I don't understand like that's not like to me that's not crazy like if you're born if you start at like 14 I'm 19 now like
You
it's been a
started at
while
14?
it's
That
been a
makes
while
sense.
like I've been kicking for a little minute now
I feel
so
like, yeah, it makes sense when you deep the age aspect. I mean,
mm,
I'm not the type to shun anybody for their body count, for real, for real.
yeah you shouldn't
Unless it's like, what's it called? On Love Island, they be saying how they have like 1,000 bodies.
that's
Now I'm like, wait, guys?
yeah that's crazy
But other than that, yeah, nah, like, that's really none of anybody's business. So,
yeah I don't I mean I think it might be surprising because people probably is like when do you be doing that like when do you
yeah,
have
like,
the
where did you
time
find the time to be
I
intimate with that many
definitely
people?
have slowed down. Like now, I'm way more patient and selective, and like less. I'm also much less interested in women at the moment. Like it's just, I like I'm just I don't know.
Okay, can I ask you, do you feel like you had deep connections with your bodies?
No, not most of them. No,
Damn.
very
So,
few.
so when you say you slow down, does that mean you're also being more intentional with who you're intimate with?
Yeah, definitely,
That's good.
definitely. But I mean, before even just doing it is kind of like there's pros and cons. Like as far as like for me, because it's much different for girls.
Yeah.
But for men, when you're just casually having sex, it's kind of like you get the benefits like confidence. You know, you want to get up and do something because you just are motivated now.
Okay.
These are
That's
this is
funny.
real shit. Like you just it's
Y'all
just
feel
like a quick.
motivated after?
Some well, you should most of the time, but it's more like
Oh, that's so
after
funny.
you do it, you become. It's like it's like a reload. It's like a refocus or a
Yeah.
reward for some people.
Right.
Like it's like a reward. Okay, now I want to get to the next one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For me, it's more like I don't know. It was just something that I was like part of my like my habits. Like I just was used to that. To fucking to be honest,
I'm
like
crying.
that's just and you know that's just what it was. So most of the time, I didn't really have a connection, and it was more like a sport, I guess.
Sport.
Not as in competing with other people, but a sport in the sense of like, you know,
But would you be like actively looking for the next girl,
Mm-mm.
or was
I
it just
never
like
did that.
whoever just came along?
It
And be like, oh,
usually
okay.
was already like kind of. I don't really like messing with new women, to be honest.
Really?
I told them when they were surprised that it was in the 20s. I said it could easily be in the 40s, but I don't like messing with new women. Like it's because it's like I'll be honest.
Mhm.
When you're interacting with a woman and plan on being physical with her,
Mhm.
you either a like the woman, incredibly dangerous, because that could have devastating consequences for you. If you end up liking a woman and shit don't go your way, or she, do something that hurts your feelings really bad, that could have devastating consequences for you.
Bruh, but you're low key speaking from a fearful
Or
avoidant
option B,
attachment style though.
we can get into that second. Option B, you can just manipulate this woman, and
Hello?
then
What
you,
are we talking
You know what
about?
I'm saying? You get into whatever y'all get into, and when you don't feel like dealing with it no more, you don't feel like dealing with it no more, and you manipulate your way out of the situation. And that is what most men do most of the time. And I did that a lot of the times, but now I just don't feel like manipulating nobody. I'm not.
But you
gonna,
used to do that.
Of course, like
Oh
like
my
anybody else,
God.
women do that all the time. Men and women do that.
They do. They do.
Men and women do that all the time.
It's very scary.
And that's another thing too. It's like now I also don't like. I'm so like because I have so many women friends that are so up in the hierarchy of men that they deal with,
Right.
and they're manipulating them on like a crazy. It's like now
Oh,
I
gosh.
already know like most of the stuff, the little things that happen. Like I see, and that's another thing. Like I read social cues really well.
Mhm.
Like that's like my. That's why I'm so good at marketing. Like I know I can read social cues very well.
Mhm.
So girls like just baby small shit is enough for me to tell like what's going on and how they feel about me or another person or what's going on in their life right now. Like just simple. So a lot of the time I'd be like, you know, I just be like, I can already see where this is going.
I'm just so confused. Like, what kind of crowd are you around to the point where everybody's manipulating somebody, or like you can instantly detect traits of manipulation? That's kind of scary.
I
Right?
mean, it's not really necessarily a crowd. I've just met a few girls, and since I'm always working with women, I have a lot more platonic relationships with women than the
Right.
average man, like by a wide margin. Like,
Okay.
Because I work with so many women.
Yeah.
So when we're just having regular conversation because we're friends. So
Yeah.
they're talking to me like they would talk to any other girl. Not really, but to an extent. So and it's just like, oh my god. Sometimes they be like, oh my god, like what the like some things. I mean, I'm sure you have female friends that are very involved with men that are of a certain caliber, like at a higher rate than the average woman.
Well, to be honest, no. My friend group, like,
Well, that would
is all
explain your perspective
pretty-
then.
yeah.
If you talk to them for a while, you would be like, oh, that's why I meet women now, and I'd be like, that maybe, I don't know, they have like a money problem,
Okay.
but they're in the archetype of a woman that is in right now, and I'll be like, why the fuck aren't you living for free? These niggas will pay for it. These niggas
Right.
will pay you. They will give you money
Yeah.
for no reason. They will really do that. Niggas do that all the time. I think that a lot of women don't know, they're not up to date with where niggas are at right now. Niggas are giving that bread away to girls. Like
you be doing that?
Me? Of course. Not really.
Bruh.
Because like I said, now I know what really is going on. Like I know what like the higher level really look like. So I know like what is okay and what is like there's no point.
Mhm.
Like a certain. I mean, I'm really saying a lot here, but there's a girl.
Mhm.
$1,000 might change her life for a good minute. Like $1,000 might do a lot for.
$1,000 is a lot for a lot of people.
Right. There's women that $1,000 she will not even really care, like because They niggas send her $1,000. Happens all the time. So it's like, like for example, I know a girl who once messed with, messed with as in like interacted with, really, just talked to him. Rapper. Rapper gave her some money for her out. Wanted to spend time with her. She didn't want to do anything with the rapper. He was upset.
Damn.
Didn't want to pay for her flight back home.
Ah.
But so many niggas are doing what the rapper was doing anyway. It don't really matter. So it's like that's why spending money on women is just like, I mean, you can if you want to. It's more like skipping the line.
Bruh.
Like,
so like gold digger type.
Not necessarily. There's levels to it for sure. Like, there's you giving a woman some money, tricking on her because you just want her attention more than she gives everybody else attention. Then there's you want to be around her physically, Then there's straight up paying for like
sex.
Yeah, things of that nature, which is like technically prostitution.
Technically, yeah.
But that level is a little bit different. That's very different though, because a lot of people, men and women actually prefer the in between, which is like, I'm gonna give you these things. I'm not gonna say what I'm looking for in return.
Right.
You're going to accept these things until it gets to the point where it's like, okay, now I'm okay with doing this because you already did this, that, and the third, right?
Yeah.
Most niggas want to do that because they don't want to seem like they're paying for pussy, which is what they're doing, and they don't want to seem like that's what they're looking for out of the woman. They don't want to seem like they're just looking for sex from the woman, which women don't like that, but they would prefer if you were honest. They don't like that, but they would prefer if you were honest. Okay. So when you know what I'm saying, do that, the issue with that is you probably spend way more money doing that than if you just straight up pay for it, because no one's gonna if
but
you
how
keep
do you
giving
even approach
something.
that though? Like, how do you even approach just straight up paying for it? You just ask her? Is that
You
not?
gotta know how to pick them, to be honest.
Damn.
Like me, I don't pay for sex because that's a slippery slope. But I mean,
very slippery slope.
Yeah, but you gotta know how to pick them, to be honest. Because
So
everybody realistically will do it, but everyone's number is different.
Well, not everybody.
I mean, okay, but let's put it like this hypothetically, right?
Right.
If someone gave you $10 million,
I feel like, bruh, no amount of money.
you're tripping. Because I'm gonna do it for $10 million.
Bruh, no amount of money will get me to give my body to you. Just
it's
like
$10
that.
million.
10 million. Still, I don't know.
It's 10 million. You're, and that's
like,
another thing too. A lot of people's answers of the hypothetical question is different than their reality. Like, a lot of people's reality answers are way lower than what their hypothetical answers are. Like, $10 million, you have to think.
I'm speaking my truth.
You've never seen $10 million in cash in front of you. Like, you've never seen it before. if it was right here, like, who's not doing it? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Like,
yeah, but just because a lot of people would do it, don't mean everybody would.
It's
I feel
$10
like
million.
you could sit $10 million right in front of me right now. I'm still gonna say no. Yes, I'm still gonna say no.
That's a ridiculous amount of money. It would change your whole life. It would change your family's life. You would have no reason to do anything anymore. You have $10 million now.
That just goes against my morals.
That's cool, but
it's just too strong, like, for me to just agree. Like,
but
that's crazy.
I mean, if you don't do it,
somebody else gonna
your
do
mother or your sister or your grandmother, somebody's gonna do it. Nah. You'll be surprised, bruh. You'll be surprised.
Maybe, let's say, if it
that's
was,
a lot of money.
If it was
it's a ridiculous
amount of money.
If it was
Damson Idris, I'm going.
But see,
and that is?
And I know what that is. But see, and that right there is actually the point that I'm trying to make as far as like why most people, or everyone is gonna do it because Damson Idris, you don't even know Damson Idris. You know what he looks like. That means
Shit.
that if a nigga pretty much for the most part kind of looks like Damson Idris, then it's okay.
No.
I mean, yeah.
No.
If they look like him, that's enough. It's $10
It's
million.
not about the looks. It's about the status.
But you don't know Damson Idris.
But I know the status.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Maybe I'm just being stubborn, but
You probably are being stubborn, and that's okay. It's good to have the like. You shouldn't think that you would do it for $10 million.
yeah.
But it's okay to do it for $10 million. It's okay because that's a lot of money. No one's gonna be like.
10 million
No one's gonna be like, you had sex for $10 million. Because people have sex for free every day.
type shit.
Yes, I had sex for $10 million. Everybody's gonna be jealous. They're gonna be like, fuck, I wish they asked me. That's what they're gonna say. They're gonna be like, God damn it.
Yeah, you not gonna lie, you low key.
Wish they asked me. Like, think about if you get that opportunity. You go back to your homegirls, yeah. I got offered this game show. Love Island offered me $10 million to sleep with this guest on the show. And I said no. They would be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? They would be like,
Yeah.
what? They could be like, we could be in Miami right now. We could be in Dubai right now.
Yeah, it's Turks, bro.
You would think about that $10 million for the rest of your life. The moment like a financial like issue comes up, you would be like, fuck. Why didn't I
Type shit.
fuck that Love Island
Yeah.
guest for $10 million? I'm telling you.
True that.
So that's just I mean like what I've like been also like realizing as of like lately as far as like maturing because a lot of things have been being revealed to me lately mentally.
Like what?
But how significant money is to people and how like it affects a lot of things. Like it affects things that you never thought would change. Like people think like right now, let's say you got rich and famous tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
You were signed for like a couple million and you were famous. Like you were on every little platform, you know, stuff like that. And let's say you got like a family member
Mm-hmm.
who like, you know, was around you when you were a kid, helped raise you, know you, stuff like that. They're just a good family member, you know what I'm saying? An elder. And they call you and ask for $10,000 because they are struggling with this, that, and the third. How would you feel?
For $10,000? What's my
They-
net worth?
I mean, let's just say you got like $2 million in your account,
And this is a really good family member, right?
but they're asking you for $10,000. It doesn't become less money just because you have more money. It's still $10,000.
I guess it would depend on the specific reason, I guess.
They just, you know, times are hard. They could you really use 10K. Times are really hard. They could really use 10 bands. You gonna give them 10 bands? Okay. Okay, cool. Now you gave them 10 bands, right?
Mhm.
Another family member finds out that you gave them 10 bands. They were a cousin you were around pretty often when you were younger. You haven't seen them in a while, maybe a year or two, but y'all were cool as fuck. They call you, ask for 3K. You gonna give them $3,000? You just gave your uncle 10K.
But why do they need it?
They, you know what I'm saying, struggling really bad right now. A lot of people are struggling secretly. Most people.
Everybody's struggling, bro.
So they need 3 bands because their car fucked up. They ain't got no job right now, and they ain't got no place. I mean, they sleep with they live in their mother crib, I guess.
Are they
So
trying in life or?
they trying, but they want 3 racks from you though, because they know you got it. they want 3 racks from you. You gonna give them the 3 racks? I'm saying. So look, let's say you deny them the $3,000. You like, I can't give you 3K, bro. Like that's just too much. Like for you to be asking for right now. Blah blah blah. Like, you don't even know really what to tell them because you do have $3,000, but you know that this is like a slippery slope.
Yeah.
So you deny them 3,000. Now they don't fuck with you no more. This family member don't really like. They're not really that cool with you no more. You didn't get them $3,000. So now you losing connection. You losing genuine connections you thought you had over money that they never had. They never had that money. Like it was never theirs to begin with.
Right.
You're losing genuine connections over that shit. They expected you to reach out and do something for them when they did. It was not their money. And it goes both ways. The more you give to people, the more they're gonna take from you. And believe it or not, you can run out of $2 million.
Yeah. You ever seen that SpongeBob episode?
No.
He kept giving people money and then he was broke.
That will happen to you. So you run out of your $2 million. You gave everybody everything you had. You don't got $2 million no more. Now you down. You got like $500K right now. Niggas are still asking. Niggas still asking. So at this point,
that's crazy.
You have $500,000, which is a lot of money, but you're still feeling like, dude, stop. Like you're becoming a lot more stern and aggressive, and now people, your family, like people you grew up with, people that you thought really cared about you, like now they kind of not fucking with you no more. Like, they don't really fuck with you.
Yeah.
Cause you ain't give them 5 racks, or you ain't give them a band when they needed it. I need a band real quick. Like, what I want everybody to understand, Chet, is that right now, if you get asked for money right now, people think you're doing well, so they ask you for money. When you get to a point where you're doing weller, people will start asking for more money. If a nigga need $20, but he think you got 10 M's, he's gonna ask you for 1,000. He's not gonna ask you for $20. He might ask you for $20 if he really, really don't want to ask. But even then, if you don't want to ask, you shouldn't ask at all. But most of the time, they're gonna ask you for more than what he needs because he think you got it. So and people, that's just the thing. When people think you're doing a certain level, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, they're just gonna take from you more than what you would have preferred to give, or more than what you really are, able to give sometimes. So that's just my whole thing right now with people, and even like with business stuff, I don't mind because it's business, so I don't really mind. But like, for example, if I have a photo shoot, right? There's plenty of people who would do an eye catch photo shoot for free. But if you do it for free, you might not show up because technically you're not obligated to. So that's when you gotta pay people. Like, look, you're getting paid. You gotta be there. You're getting paid. So, that's just how it is sometimes, and it's unfortunate when that reality is exposed to you with family and women. You know what I'm saying? Because you thought that family and women were excluded from that principle.
Oh, you speaking from experience? Damn, boy.
Like, you thinking, money don't really mean nothing to family and women that genuinely have a connection with you. And sometimes it don't, but a lot of times it do, and that's disappointing because it be people that it be perplexing because it's like you've known these. Sometimes you be knowing these people your whole life, where you think you know a person in and out, and then it's like, holy shit, they, you know what I'm saying, do something or ask for something one time, and it's like, fuck, I did not know that you would do that. Why would you do that? That should be throwing you off. But
that's crazy, bruh.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's just what I got going on right now, and I don't know how it's gonna turn out in the future. Like, I just don't know how my mindset could really change off of that. Because once you see it, you've seen it. I can't unsee it now. Yeah, I can't unsee it now. It's like you can't unsee it no more. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
That's the truth. God damn it. So yeah.
You want an eyebrow piercing?
Yeah, I was thinking about it, but now that I realized that I wear glasses, I don't think I'm gonna get one.
I don't think you would.
All the way up here, like
Well, which one would you get, the vertical or the horizontal one?
Oh, I don't know.
There's two different ones.
Probably the horizontal. I don't know.
Horizontal's calm.
But yeah, it would just, I don't know. But yeah, that's what I do in the meantime, just to pass the time, cross off things on my little whiteboard. You know.
That's so wholesome.
I need to update it. A lot of that is done already.
Period. Love that for you.
Yeah. But shit though, man. What's been on your mind lately, man?
On my mind? I don't know, ask me something. I can't really think off the top of my head.
How do you feel about where you're at in life right now?
In life right now, I feel like I'm flowing in a river right now. But I feel like nothing's ever gonna be absolutely perfect for me because I'm always gonna have new goals and new aspirations to chase. But I never want to think that I'm not in a good place because 9 times out of 10, I've reached the goals that I've had like 2-3 years ago. So who's to say that I'm not gonna reach them sooner or later? You know what I'm saying? I feel like humans as people, we have endless potential. Like there's literally no limit to how far you can go. And success, no matter what your definition of success is, like it's never linear. Like you're gonna have to go through stuff. You're gonna be stuck in little slumps. It happens because we're human. Like we're not robots. Like we're literally human beings. So I don't like to be too hard on myself. If I have my weeks where I'm just bed rotting, just not really motivated to do nothing, at the end of the day I know I'm gonna get back up. But like one of the most important things is trusting yourself to be okay and executing your free will a lot. Like you have to execute your free will. OC. So yeah, honestly, I'll say I'm in a pretty good space right now. Even though not everything is exactly where I want it to be, but it will be. So
that's good.
Yeah.
That's a great mindset to have. Absolutely. And then don't be discouraged for like life is flowing like a fucking river. If life is flowing like a river, then take your rest.
Not for real.
That's one thing, chat. When life is going okay or good, take your rest. Take advantage of it because it's going to get a little shaky.
It will get a little
sooner or later. And you want to have energy to get through. And that's another thing like that happened recently. It's like I had a lot going on very recently. And then I had something set up to defer, like so that I would be able to not. Things would be smooth sailing after that. That didn't go well. So to have to make up for that way before I was prepared to, it can be a little pretty draining because you already put in a lot of work. So to have to go right back and do it, no break, is kind of like I never really have to do that. So that's been a little bit uneasy for me, but I think it's gonna be alright though.
It will be.
I just gotta give myself a little more time. Like I told my friend today, Amar actually, but I told him, I said I've been stressed lately over like ICAD stuff, but I realized it's only been like 5 days of like stress. It's really been like a couple weeks of stress, but it was like a good stress and then it was like a genuine stress. And 5 days of stress is actually not that long. Most people, like you have to think, when people have like problems with a business or a career or a relationship or their life, that shit usually lasts a few months. They last a while usually. So for me to be, fucked up over 5 days is just like, I guess I've been quite blessed for a while now. So, but I think that's good though. I think that means that when I do get back to being able to rest, I will take it. I won't take it for granted no more.
Yeah.
Because this is actually how most people live. Like feeling like they have to hit a certain deadline. Exactly. I never really feel that way. Now I feel that way. I really don't have to, but it's just because I'm not used to it. I don't want to keep dealing with it for longer. So
Yeah.
I want to get it over with quick. I just get the shit over
Just
with.
get it out the way.
Yeah, but
It's like,
I'm excited to see what the rest of your future is like and things like that. I think that you
Mhm.
definitely are capable of doing some super cool stuff.
I want to do everything, bruh. I want to learn all these instruments. I want to make a manga or comic. I want to learn like 3 languages. I'm learning how to tattoo. I'm doing
That's good.
all this stuff.
That's good. Do you draw a lot?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, well then you need to keep learning how to tattoo. Keep practicing
As
that.
well.
Try to practice it every day if you can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I draw
non-stop.
OC, bro.
Yeah, get super good at that and then do the other things. You want to take it one at a time for sure.
Yeah, I definitely I've been drawing since I was like 5, so that's definitely down. I just tattooing is hard when you first starting out, at least, because like the thing is literally shaking. Like you have to
Yeah.
keep a
Just
steady
keep
hand.
doing it though.
Yeah.
It is gonna. Everything's gonna be hard first time you do it.
Yeah,
You gotta keep doing it first. Just keep doing it every day, and at some point it'll be easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I tend to like I like change a lot. So like if you ask any of my friends, like they'll be like, yeah, she's had so many different eras. Like I've dyed my hair, had locks in my hair, cut my locks off. I'm about to get a pixie cut. There's just so many different things that I want to do. I feel like life is too short to just be stuck in the same like aesthetic.
Definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty chill.
Yeah.
Fearful avoidant attachment style. What's up with that?
What does that mean though?
Fearful
Really?
avoidant? I wanna like be really specific with that.
Yeah.
So let's see. There's different type of attachment styles. So there's anxious, there's secure, there's anxious, and there's avoidant, and there's disorganized. I think that's all before.
You
Are you
have to
connected to the
describe them to
Wi-Fi?
me. Yeah.
I feel like the most common one is definitely anxious and avoidant, unfortunately. And neither one of them are better than the other. They both are kind of bad in their own way. Which one is it?
Fios 4 NZG. I don't know why I thought that you knew.
Nice.
There you go.
Thank you. So boom. I'm gonna go over secure. You let me know what resonates with you.
Okay.
Okay. So secure is a positive attachment style. How you have healthy boundaries with yourself and others. You have mutual trust and support. And you have a very controlled conflict resolution. Alright? You can trust fairly easily. You're very attuned to your emotions. You can communicate your upsets very directly. And you can lead with cooperative and flexible behavior in relationships. That's secure.
Okay.
Then you got anxious. You have a sensitive nervous system. You struggle communicating your needs directly. You tend to act out when you're triggered. Like, for example, like you trying to make your girl jealous because she made you mad or something. You have a fear of abandonment, need for constant validation, and often dependent on your partner for self-worth. That's anxious. Then you got a dismissive avoidant. There's 2 types of avoidance: dismissive avoidant and fearful avoidant.
Okay.
So dismissive avoidant downplays the importance of relationships, usually extremely self-reliant, can become more vulnerable when there's a big crisis, avoids intimacy and vulnerability, has commitment issues, and has a guarded and closed heart.
Okay.
Wait, why are you smiling?
Go on. What's the next one?
Fearful avoidant, you have a fear of rejection, hard time trusting and relying on your partner, low self-esteem, more dependent in relationships than avoidant, strongly fears rejection, has low self-esteem, I already said that, and has high anxiety in relationships.
definitely the one before that.
The dismissive.
Yeah.
And that's
I just, but I'm like, I've been cooked though. Like,
been cooked since when?
since I was a baby. Since I was born. I never been emotional. I hate to say this, but like, like I said, like I'm choosing a path of like pure honesty right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But in my whole life, all the girls I've dealt with, all the relationships I've been with, I probably really only been like 30% honest and transparent with them about anything. I've never opened up to a girl and been dead ass.
Really?
Every time I've opened up to a girl, I opened up like 15%.
You talking about romantically or just in general? Or
I mean, I have women friends
yeah.
that I've opened up to a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and definitely women family members, but women, like a girl I'm dating, maybe like 15% one time, a couple times, but I never really like talked about like the deep shit I ever thought about to a girl. Then I've never been in a relationship where I could say the girl really knew me. Like, I'll be honest, none of them really knew me, like, because I just never could be like that. I'm saying, chat, it'd be like they know me a bit. That's why I'm saying. That's why even with Gabby and Maya, it's like they were so surprised of my answers to a lot of the questions. But it's like with y'all, it's like I'm like we do stuff like content or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But so that's kind of like y'all are gonna see my content personality most of the time.
Yeah.
But imagine what like Maya was like, I feel like if I were in a relationship with you hypothetically, like I feel like I could just walk all over you because you're so nice, and it's just like in a relationship it's the complete opposite. Like most, I think like right now with girls, it'd be mostly like it's it'd be over before they even realize that they messed up. Like if they,
because you're quick to walk away.
the quickest.
Dismissive, avoidant, bruh.
Cause what are you doing? What I'm supposed to do?
So,
Stay
like, I mean, that's
and
just
let
your
you
way
keep
of
fucking
like
up?
protecting yourself.
I am but it's like I don't have no, like right now I don't have the littlest bit of like leeway. Like I can't even double text nobody.
You don't double text? Man,
If it's about some business shit, yes, I will double text, triple text your ass. But if it's like, I don't know, I'm just talking to you, I don't want to double text you, bro.
Really?
Mm-mm. So if I'm trying to form a genuine relationship, if I know the relationship not genuine, it's like, okay, I might double text you because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Really, I don't give a fuck what you think. But if I'm trying to form a genuine relationship, no, because
Yeah, I feel like it takes me a while to like be comfortable to double text, but eventually I will double text if like there's no fear surrounding that.
I haven't been at that point in a long time.
Have you been heartbroken?
Yeah, I think so. Not really though.
I think so.
I've been very disappointed and hurt, but I wouldn't say heartbroken. Heartbroken.
What's your definition of heartbreak though?
Heartbreak is a person completely and utterly stops being a person that you thought they were, and they do something to hurt you at the same time. Like,
that's what heartbreak is to you.
Like in your mind, they're no longer the person that they were. That person is dead. Like your perception of them previous is dead now, and they did something to you. That's heartbreak. Like when you love a person and you can no longer trust them in general. You can't trust them to actually love you. You can't trust them to like reciprocate the same thing that you would do for them. That's heartbreak.
But again, speaking from a very like avoidant, fearful.
Okay, what's heartbreak to you?
Heartbreak to me is like you can be heartbroken without the person doing something jank to you. Like maybe your paths just don't align. You guys are in, or maybe something happened on their end of things. Like something so bad happened to them, and they feel like mentally they cannot be in a relationship at that moment, you can be heartbroken from that because yeah, you lost your person. Even though let's say you guys might get back together, you might not get back together, but you literally lost the person that you were in love with, and that hurts. Heartbreak is not being able to be with that person ever again. Heartbreak can also be, you know, that person hurting you so much to the point where you're just like, wow, I really don't even know you, and I don't even know how. I don't even think you know me, for real. I feel like it can go multiple ways, but I don't think that's the only deciding factor of heartbreak.
Okay.
It can be multiple things.
It could be multiple things, but for me, that's what heartbreak is. Heartbreak is like like you're not. I don't love you no more. Heartbreak is being forced to not love someone anymore.
Really? Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think that you can just stop loving somebody?
Hold on, let me answer this. Yo, look who's here.
Yo.
Yeah. Okay. That's a silly guy.
Who's that?
That's Amari.
Figured.
So yeah, I forgot where we were at with this.
Yeah, we went on a big tangent. What were we originally talking about?
We were describing heartbreak.
You were describing heartbreak.
And then you mentioned.
Dismissive, avoidant. Do you feel like you could ever heal that attachment?
Oh, that you said. It was something about heartbreak. You said something like, "Could I forgive someone after?" Or do you think I could stop loving someone? Like just stop abruptly?
Like, okay, answer this like, don't answer this like in a logical way.
Okay.
You tend to do that a lot.
Okay.
Answer like with your heart if you can.
Okay.
Don't think about it emotionally.
If you can, it's crazy.
Think about it emotionally, not like logically.
Okay.
Like, cause technically you could be like, yeah, like I simply don't love you no more. Like, and I'm not gonna fuck with, like, you can have the mental fortitude to just stop fucking with that person forever. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't really change how you truly feel deep down. It doesn't change that. So go ahead, answer. I'm listening.
Absolutely. I think to stop loving someone is like, I'll be honest. Loving someone in general for me is a very slow process. Like, for me to really be like, no, I love this girl.
Right.
There might have been 1 or 2 times where I had those thoughts, but
and you
they were not
say with confidence it was love, like you were in love with them. In love with them, not that you loved them, but you were in love with them.
In love?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have fallen in love with someone, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But in love, I just don't think so. Because it's so, I'm always, like I said, like the thing said, dismissive. I'm so, like,
you're always
waiting.
Yeah. You're
always
guarded.
Waiting. So, to get to me, you gotta really get to me. And every time, like, someone has gotten to me a little bit one time, and that was too much for me. So after that, it got way harder for me to let anyone get to me. And as time passes on, and the more I'm out with, the more I'm around women who are like that, who do that to people. It's like now you reinforcing the concept. You reinforcing my ideology. So that's what it is. Like, my ideology has changed drastically, like, in the past couple months. Like, I would say I used to think of, like, I could run into a girl. Like, just a few months ago, I was like, I could meet a girl, be with her, fall in love, and marry her at some point. I really enjoyed that idea because it was like, no one wanted to just be single, moving around forever. Like, being married, having a family, that's a beautiful thing when it's really going on. I do believe that can happen. But right now, at my current age and mindset, the way I see it, like Gabby said that she was looking for a husband, basically. Like, she don't really be dating because she really is looking for a husband. So it's like she's
So
not just gonna
she's
date.
dating to marry.
Yeah, so
Okay.
she's not gonna date nobody just to date them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I said that at 19, that's practically impossible. Like,
Mm-hmm.
in order for you to find your husband at 19, really, you're going to have to be okay. You're gonna go through hella shit with them. Like, they're gonna do hella things to you.
Yeah,
They're gonna
this is the
ruin
age
you.
we're supposed to be learning what
I'm
works for
saying.
you, what doesn't.
The men are
You
too
know,
young for you to really
yeah.
be looking for a husband. That's great, but the men are too young. Like, they're gonna do a bunch of shit, and you have to be okay with it. If you really want to, anyone who's in a committed relationship long term, you don't ask anyone you know who's been married for a while. They've done a lot of shit to each other and gotten over it. That's what being in a long term relationship is: getting over shit, right, over and over again. And most
Depends
people
on
are
what
not
it
willing
is,
to do that.
bruh.
I'm saying. I'm telling you, most people who are married have been cheated on. Most people by like,
Never.
and it's like 90%. Like, that's like normal. Like, it's normal.
Nah, that's so crazy.
I'm saying. So it's like, for me, it's just like, I don't know. And then for the women, it's like, do you want to put yourself through that right now, or do you want to have your fun too? Well, because you gotta think, that's how it feels. If you're dating a man right now, y'all love each other, but he keep doing fuck shit. It's like, I could be doing fuck shit too.
Yeah.
I'm choosing not. You gotta choose not to do fuck shit, and they keep doing fuck shit. That's like if I keep punching you and you don't punch me back. You gotta be okay with that. That's what being in a long term relationship. That's all that is. And then it's like a person that keep punching you, they might want to punch you all day, but you punch them back, and they're highly upset. That's most niggas. Hate getting punched back. Dude will do this, that, and the third, do hella shit to a girl over and over again. She do it one time, nigga is ruined for life. So, I mean, shit is just, it's a cold world.
It's a very cold world.
But I don't know. I think it's just I think that this right now is kind of like a phase for me. Like, I don't think this is my permanent mindset. And
Yeah, I don't think it will be either.
Cause I'm easy. I can accept things. It's just that the reality is new to me. So right now I'm just kind of taking it in. Like, oh my God, this is the truth. That's crazy.
That's understandable though.
It's so crazy. And then especially when people show it to you, it's different to hear it, but for it to be shown to you is completely different.
Yeah, it's kind of like a culture shock. You're like, whoa, like you actually did that. Like you genuinely just did that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is this real life?
Like, imagine a man, because there's different ways of how this like ideology will come to your brain.
Mm-hmm.
A man doing it, showing it to you, right? Imagine a man just like, see that girl right there? And you're like, yeah. She did this, that, and the third for X amount of money. And you're like, what? Are you serious? And they're like, yep. And then they show you proof. And then they do it to women and random in public. Like, just show you like how basically like motion works. Like, you see that girl right there? I'm gonna do this, that, and the third, and she gonna fuck with me. Watch this, and they do it, and it's just like, wow. And then maybe you test it out for yourself. It works. You're like, oh my fucking God, that's terrible. Then, for the woman, imagine a woman is like, you see that nigga right there? Yep. She like, I fuck with him and his own boy, and they both send me money every week.
Oh wow.
And they both trying to fuck with me at the same time and don't know I'm fucking with both of them.
Wow.
And they be dirty macking each other.
Oh.
So it just be shit like that. Or it just be like, yeah, him right there, like, he be on my dick every day, but I fuck with his homeboy. For real, for real. But
No.
I still give him attention sometimes. Like, just little shit like that. So it just kind of be like, alright, bro. I don't care no more. And everybody be getting on me for being on some I don't care no more. Like, my male friends, they tell me, like, you don't have no girls for real because you don't be really trying to fuck with them. And I be like, I don't. Like, I already know what's going on. I'm not gonna pretend like all my male friends, not all of them, because some of them do try to seriously date women for marriage.
Right.
But the ones that are just out, moving around, they just lying to them. Like they just making shit up to tell them.
And they pride themselves on that. So
Not even pride themselves, but no, it's like that is like they don't, they know that this shit not really real, so
yeah.
they'll just make some shit up. You know what I'm saying? Or pretend to fuck with them. A lot of niggas are pretending to fuck with girls. I'm not gonna pretend to fuck with nobody. That's ridiculous.
That's crazy. Like, I don't even think I will ever have the energy for
It's
that.
not ridiculous if you're just trying to have some fun, but I don't really care that much. I've had fun before. I got 20 something bodies, unfortunately.
20 something. You don't know the exact number or
No.
there's
I've never, after I want to say like 13, I stopped trying to recall each one. 27, not crazy. I didn't say 27. I said 20 something. It's 20 something. It's probably not 27. It's probably lower than that. If I really had to guess. But, I just stopped. I just stopped counting. Because to really recall, once I started trying to recall and was forgetting people, I was like, oh, fuck it. Because
So you don't remember some of the people?
if I really, really tried my hardest, I should be able to get like 95% accuracy. But
Damn.
I don't all the way know.
Damn.
But it's cool though. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it happens.
I mean, everybody's experience is different. So what might be crazy to some people is not crazy to others, and that's completely okay.
Yeah, super chat,
It's fine.
super. So, what would you say is like for you, for your partners? What would you say is the ideal range for you as far as bodies go? Where would you want your man to be in?
Well, that's a tough question though.
Really?
It's kind of hard because if we're talking about body count, I'm assuming that these bodies are from your past, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think anybody's past truly defines their present self. So let's say the guy comes to me, he's like, "Oh yeah, I have like 15 bodies." I'm gonna ask him like, "Oh okay, what was the intention there
Mm-hmm.
with those bodies, right?"
That's
So,
a crazy question.
like, what was the intention? If he tells me he was just, fucking around, I'm gonna be a little like hesitant at first, cause you always want to be safe.
But if a nigga got 15, though, you're not gonna think to your head, okay, well, let me not fuck this nigga.
Yeah, well, oh yeah. That's gonna be the first thought that comes to mind, because it's just one, a safety thing. Like, I don't know where your dick has been, so. And two is just like, so what are your intentions with me?
Right.
So, but
Yeah. That'll happen. That's why I really didn't want to tell Gabby and Maya, because it's like telling people that I like do like work stuff with my person. I don't want people to look at me different. Like he's not giving you the right answer. Realistically, I never lie about my body count. I don't care, but yeah, it's just like I just don't want people to look at me different. But I feel like at the same time, if I'm at work with somebody, it's like you shouldn't look at me like no type of way.
like crazy just
yeah.
because I said I have like so and so bodies.
Yeah. Like you should kind of overlook it, if anything. It happens.
Yeah, like I feel like when it comes to platonic relationships, I don't think that should change their entire viewpoint on you. Like that's your business. That's not my business. It doesn't change anything about how I view you.
Super.
Mm-hmm.
It do sometimes though.
For some people, yeah. Not me though.
It do. Well, shit though. I mean, is there anything else that's been on your mind lately? Something that you just been trying to get off your chest?
Something I've been trying to get off my chest.
Most people at this age got over 15. I don't think so, actually.
Nah.
I know a lot of men with way under 15.
Literally. It's there's people older than us who have lower than
Yeah, it's not normal. It's normal for to not have double digits. Like
Yeah.
it's pretty normal,
Yeah.
especially if you're in a relationship long term.
that. Definitely. And honestly, I feel like a lot of people, like you said, like a lot of people, well, just like you, people are being more intentional with who they give their bodies to nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
There's some people who still don't care, but you know, nowadays some people, they're just being more intentional, more selective.
As you should.
As you should.
As you should.
But yeah, sexual
I just think I'm burnt out. Like,
burnt out,
from dealing with mass amounts of women. Like, it's just, I'm over it.
and that makes sense because it's very energy draining at times.
Super, dude. You don't even know.
Very energy, especially if you're dealing with women who share the same mindset all the time. It's kind of strange, which is why like sometimes it's kind of hard for me to understand when people are telling me their horror stories that they dealt with. I'm like, she did that, like that's crazy, because I feel like my circle, like that has never been a normal thing. We're all lovers.
Everyone's different.
Everyone's different.
Everyone's different.
Yeah, we're all lovers.
That's why you gotta talk to people and see what it is. And even that's another thing too. I used to read these books about like communication and people,
Oh really?
and like that's when I started I started looking at communication a lot different. Because I already was like super observant. I never really talked to people that much. I
What
usually
books?
just listen. One's called Mastery. That's a really good book for like a bunch of things. That's the one I would read if you were just interested, because it's got a lot more subjects. But like when you talk to people, their words are like their word choice is practically irrelevant. Like words are like, you have to think. Shit means like 50 different things. So
Sure.
word choice is not really like what you're supposed to pay attention to.
Okay.
You should pay attention to like the delivery and the tone and the circumstance. Like you should like think of when people say things, they're trying to get something across. You're supposed to be trying to figure out what they're trying to get across and why. Like I could say to a person, you look really good today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get across the fact that I think you're attractive. Why am I doing that? And that is where you try to get to the bottom of that. It could be a number of reasons. Like a lot of people know if this guy saying it versus this guy saying it is two different things for a different reason. You know what I'm saying? Or even, like for example, a girl being like, I just need my hair done.
Bro,
like,
please.
Why are you saying that?
It's like, you want me to pay for your hair or something?
In reality, yeah, literally. You're not gonna say it, but that's what you're saying.
Right.
So that's all that is. But I don't know, bro. I'm socially super drained right now. Like, I'm cooked. But I fuck with y'all though, man. I still be having y'all pull up and shit like that, cause it'll be chill. Things of that nature. But thanks for pulling up today,
of course.
For real,
It's always a vibe.
You had a great stream, great topics and things like that.
Always. Definitely.
For sure. Well, chat. Hope y'all enjoyed the stream. I'm gonna get back to work for this drop on Tuesday, man. I fucks with y'all. Thanks for Khadijah for coming through.
Bye, chat.
W Khadijah, chat.